All right, everybody. So we're going to start going over the first of our three body paragraphs. We're going to go with how the American dream was represented in The Great Gatsby. And what we know is we need to have a quote about whether The Great Gatsby showed the American dream was obtainable or unobtainable. So we can head over to Magic School and we're going to use our research assistant. And I'm going to say I want a quote about how The Great Gatsby showed the American dream was dead from scholarly source. Alright, so I'm going to generate, see what I come up with. I'm doing this live, so I don't know what my results are going to be. Alright, here we go. So I got some pretty good stuff here. So let's start with this first one. Alright. See if we have access to it, because that's one of the big things here is we'll get lots of pops, but oh yeah, look, this one has a whole article here. So I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm going to do a Control F for the American Dream. And let's see. So I'm just going to kind of jump through here, and I'm looking for a quote. Alright, so let's do textual evidence. Alright, so I'm going to just say I like this one so that my video isn't like 10 minutes long. Alright, here we go. So I like that quote, right? So I'm going to use this quote. So obviously I'll need to cite this source, but if you scroll down to the bottom, you should have your MLA citation, boom, right here. So this is kind of cool. So my job is to set up how the American dream was represented in The Great Gatsby. All right, so go to my little rough draft here. So I know I'm working with this quotation. All right, I can put it in there. I'll put the citation in now just to make sure I have it. Okay. And I basically want to build to this idea. So I want to start it by saying, setting up in The Great Gatsby. So kind of my topic sentence. Fitzgerald shows the American dream is not possible. Right? And then, so I'm going to go on and on about that. The American dream is not possible. I'll set it up with another kind of lead into the quote sentence. I drop my quote, and then my job here is, you want to try to set up the quote. Right, so you want to add a sentence to set up the quote. And then from here, I'm just saying why this was in The Great Gatsby. So the American dreams departed from morality, ended in disappointment. Gatsby's dream was never a moral one. It was to put morals aside to obtain a woman. He objectified her as being a larger-than-life totem. Use a fun word there. Larger-than-life totem. Alright, so just something like that, right? One more sentence to summarize. So basically here, even though I'm not writing all of it, this is what I'm going to do to set up my first body paragraph about the American dream in The Great Gatsby.